April 16th, 2026. Special board meeting work session held on April 23rd. Special board meeting work session held on May 13th. Special board meeting work session held on May 20th. Do I have any questions in regards to those meetings? Hearing none. E is the approval of minutes. Approval of the regular board meeting minutes held on April 16th, special board meeting held on April 23rd, May 13th, and May 20th. F is the approval of the financial report, April 30th, 2026. Mr. Wells.
I just encourage anyone, if you're interested in reading the financial report, please do so online. And with that, we'll continue with the meeting.
Next on tonight's agenda is the recognition of citizen staff and students. April Student of the Month, Austin Brown, Miamisburg High School. And Mr. Mallory, he is unable to be here tonight, but we can still read the congratulations to him.
Very well. The Miamisburg Schools April Student of the Month is Miamisburg High School student and recent graduate Austin Brown. She was nominated by her teacher, Mrs. Newton. Mrs. Newton said, "Austin is a creative powerhouse and has dedicated so much time to the art and band program since 8th grade. Driven by passion for the arts, Austin has been in 7 art shows this year alone and has won ribbons at nearly all of them, which means Austin has put extra time and effort to submit to these individual shows around the Dayton area. Austin is in every art class imaginable and has an impressive work ethic. Austin has been an active participant and leader in the band program, including symphonic band, marching band, winds, and wind symphony. Austin is a leader in the classroom who will always include others and show leadership by helping others."
Thank you, Mr. Mallory. Next on the agenda is America 2000 Essay and Art Contest winners. I believe that, is that you, Ms. Moore?
It is. So, Miamisburg City Schools partnered with the Miamisburg Historical Society and Miami Township, along with Miamisburg Schools Education Foundation, to sponsor an America 250 Art and Essay Contest. We had grade bands of grades 3 through 5, 6 through 8, and 9 through 12. We had, if I can remember, over 40, no, we had more than that, over 60-some entries total with art and essays. So along with those committees and those organizations, we had judges from all of those organizations come and judge the work based on a rubric. And so tonight we would like to recognize our first and second place winners of the America 250 Art and Essay Contest. The students were also recognized at the Miami Township Trustees meeting on Tuesday. The students have received a certificate from the township. They're going to receive an award from us this evening. Second place winners are getting a $25 Amazon gift card, and the first place winners are getting a $100 Amazon gift card. We appreciate all the entries. I am going to say your name, and if you will come up the stairs, Mrs. Lucas has graciously offered to hand you your award, and if you'll line up on the stage, we will get your picture, and then we will walk you out to the front so we can get more pictures in front of the entrance. All right, so for the essay contest, in grades 3 through 5, second place was Jad Kosso. First place in the essay contest for grades 3 through 5, Tanner Aubrey. You can just stay up and Jad if you want. In grades 6 through 8, the essay contest second place was Mateo Kilis. is walking up, some of you might have stopped on the way in. There is a table out there that has all the winners displayed of artwork and essay. You can look at them. First place in the essay contest, grades 6 through 8, William Marshall. And grades 9 through 12, second place, is not present, but is Louisville. Grades 9 through 12, first place, Rayan Abdullah. In our art contest, second place, grades 3 through 5, Allison Graham. First place in the art contest for grades 3 through 5, Charlotte Stidham. Second place, grades 6 through 8 art, Faber Yonrick. And first place in art, grades 6 through 8, Sabella Marciano. And finally, grades 9 through 12, art, second place, Avery Archer. And in first place, Yoshka Gomez. Congratulations to all of you. Smile, Mrs. Wall is back there. You don't see her taking your picture. Then I will meet you out by the table of your work. Thank you.
Congratulations to all those students and their hard work and displayed out front there. So congratulations to all those kids. Now we go to recognition and appreciation. Before we get to the retirements, I want to take a brief pause real quick and recognize a couple individuals. First, I want to thank Ann and Nyla. They had a hand in picking these two individuals of being on our board. We had a couple graduate last year. We had two graduate this year. As a football coach, I coached freshman football for like 14 years and was the head freshman coach. And it was always interested as I got those kids coming out of the 8th grade to coach those kids for 1 year directly and to see their growth as they were sophomores, juniors, and then when they graduated and hand kids diplomas. That's always the excitement for us. The two that I want to recognize tonight, in Andrew and Sophia, I couldn't be more prouder of each one of them. I'm doing it now because as a coach and as a teacher, you don't realize the impact that you have on students. But I can tell you the impact that they have made on our lives as a board has been magnificent. They were at OSBA conference this fall, and they did a presentation, and they represented Miamisburg City Schools beyond I could imagine. Andrew, you're smarter than I could ever possibly be. I know that you're going to be a huge success in college. I wish you nothing but the best. I've never heard no out of your mouth. It's always been, what can I do? And how can I make Miamisburg City Schools and the students happy? Sophia, you're one of those individuals that anytime I walked up to you, you always had a smile on your face. You seem to be the light in the room a lot of times. And I wish you nothing but the best in college. Along with the board and the staff that's up here, and the teachers that we are retiring tonight of 28 teachers in 788 years and a half, you make an impact. You make a difference. We all get frustrated sometimes when we go home and we have a rough day at school or whatever. Kids, teachers, parents. But it's the impact that you guys make, not only in our lives, and it goes back and forth. So we want to give you something. Those packages up there, Andrew, you can come up and get your 2 packages. And Sophia, you can come up and get your 2 packages. It's only ironic that each one of those packages represents where you're coming from, Miamisburg, to the next college that you go to. So, congratulations to the both of you. I know you guys graduated. Sophia, you're on the left, and Andrew, you're on the right. They're going to be hard to replace, but they were a light for us as much as we were a light for them. So now to the retirees, we all took, including Steve Homan, because we have 28, and I'm sure you don't want to hear me talk 28 times. So we all took and we divvied them up. First tonight on our list we'll go alphabetical, so if you or Tammy Weber, you've got a long ways to wait. But it's well worth it at the end. So we will start off tonight with Aaron Alford at 31 years. We will follow your lead. You're going to come up here on stage.
I'm honored to read Aaron's resolution of appreciation. Whereas Aaron Alford has rendered 31 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Aaron Alford's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Aaron Alford has distinguished herself as a substitute paraprofessional, monitor, safety patrol monitor, and media assistant in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Congratulations, Aaron. Next, Miss Dee Dee Andrews. Dee Dee has 25 years with us.
This is a resolution of appreciation, whereas Dee Dee Andrix has rendered 25 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Dee Dee Andrix's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Dee Dee Andrix has distinguished herself as a playground monitor and administrative assistant in the Miamisburg City School District, now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education. Congratulations.
Next is Miss Vicki Barnes, 20 years.
Resolution of appreciation for Vicki Barnes. Whereas Vicki Barnes has rendered 25 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Vicki Barnes' performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Vicki Barnes has distinguished herself as a classroom teacher and gifted teacher in the Miamisburg City School District, now therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next is Miss Patty Bennett. Patty has 33 years with us.
Resolution of appreciation. Whereas Patty Bennett has rendered 33 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Patty Bennett's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Patty Bennett has distinguished herself as a band and music teacher in the Miamisburg City School District now. Therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Ms. Sheila Brogan at 31 years. Resolution of appreciation, whereas Sheila Brogan has rendered 31 years of service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Sheila Brogan's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified herself at the highest level in achievement, and whereas Sheila Brogan has distinguished herself as a teacher of language arts, science, and social studies in the Miamisburg City School District, now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of the said Board of Education dated May 21st, 2026. Next, we have Miss Laura Curry at 32 years.
Resolution of appreciation, whereas Lori Curry has rendered 32 years of service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Lori Curry's performance, conduct, and sincerity is carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Lori Curry has distinguished herself as a teacher of language arts and language arts department lead in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City School Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Miss Jennifer Damon at 30 years.
Jennifer Damon has rendered 30 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Jennifer Damon's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Jennifer Damon has distinguished herself as a classroom teacher in the Miamisburg City School District, now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Mr. Rob Earhart at 30 years.
Resolution of appreciation, whereas Rob Earhart has rendered 30 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Rob Earhart's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out his duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Rob Earhart has distinguished himself as a language arts teacher, English department chair, and weighted grades committee chair in the Miamisburg City School District. Now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for his outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Ms. Gail Fikes, 29 years.
Resolution of appreciation, whereas Gail Fikes has rendered 29 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Gail Fikes' performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Gail Fikes has distinguished herself as a classroom teacher, technology teacher, and STEAM teacher in the Miamisburg City School District. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City School Board of Education passes resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
All right, this next one is one of two that I've got two children. One's 30, one's 25. And this next one is one of two individuals tonight that watched, because I work for the fire department and Michelle teaches at school, and was watching my kids when I worked at the fire station, and I just can't believe that she's been here for 25 years after she watched some kids. But she loves kids. She loves our school. Michelle Gorleski. Resolution of appreciation. Whereas Michelle Gorleski has rendered 25 years of service to the Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Michelle Gorleski's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement. And whereas Michelle Gorleski has distinguished herself as a substitute, paraprofessional, and administrative assistant in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education dated May 21st, 2026. Next is Miss Brandy Henry.
Brandy Henry has rendered 30 years service to Miamisburg City Schools. And whereas Brandy Henry's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement. And whereas Brandy Henry has distinguished herself as a substitute, classroom teacher, and teacher of language arts and social studies, and language arts department head in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education. Please accept this resolution of appreciation.
Next is Miss Monique Hobbs, 30 years.
Monique Hobbs has rendered 30 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Monique Hobbs' performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, And whereas Monique Hobbs has distinguished herself as a classroom teacher and school counselor in the Miamisburg City School District, now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent meeting minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Miss Julie Hunter, 24 years.
Julie Hunter has rendered 24 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Julie Hunter's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Julie Hunter has distinguished herself as a lunchroom employee in the Miamisburg City School District. Now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Belinda Yovanov, 34 years.
I know Belinda was my neighbor for about 15 years, and I always had a hard time pronouncing her last name. But whereas Belinda Yovanov has rendered 34 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Belinda Yovanov's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and Belinda Yovanov has distinguished herself as a teacher of language arts, science, and social studies, and language arts department chair in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Miss Diane Keller, 5 years.
Resolution of appreciation. Whereas Diana Keller has rendered 5 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Diana Keller's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Diana Keller has distinguished herself as a principal in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education. Congratulations.
Next, we have Miss Beth Clute, 30 years.
Beth Clute has rendered 30 years service to Miamisburg City Schools. And whereas Beth Clute's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement. And whereas Beth Clute has distinguished herself as a chemistry and science teacher and Science Department Chair in the Miamisburg City School District. Now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
The next one I've got denied on my paper. It's highlighted and bolted. So I think we'll just go ahead and skip that one. That one we'll just pass on. This says voided. Kelly Lee Marker, 38 years.
I am honored to present this resolution of appreciation, whereas Kelly Lee Marker has rendered 38 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Kelly Lee Marker's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Kelly Lee Marker has distinguished herself as a teacher of technology, language arts, and science, assistant principal, and principal in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next on tonight's agenda is with Kathleen McGaha, 27 years. Resolution of appreciation, whereas Kathleen McGaha has rendered 27 years of service to the Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Kathleen McGaha's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of appreciation and achievement. And whereas Kathleen McGaha has distinguished herself as a math teacher, math department co-chair, and coach in the Miamisburg City School District, now therefore it be resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education dated May 21st, 2026. Next, we have Miss Shelley McIntosh, 30 years.
A resolution of appreciation. Whereas Shelley McIntosh has rendered 30 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Shelley McIntosh's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Shelley McIntosh has distinguished herself as a monitor and paraprofessional in the Miamisburg City School District, now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Linda Newland, 34 years.
rendered 34 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Linda Newland's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Linda Newland has distinguished herself as a lunchroom employee in the Miamisburg City School District, now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City School Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Miss Elizabeth Newman, 27 years.
Elizabeth Newman has rendered 27 years service to Miamisburg City Schools. And whereas Elizabeth Newman's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement. And whereas Elizabeth Newman has distinguished herself as a business, technology teacher, and CCP instructor for Sinclair in the Miamisburg City School District. Now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
All right, the other half of where my kids went when they were little, and I would go to the fire station, I would drop them off at two places, Michelle's house and Miss Susie Powell. 24 years. So I can only guess that Michelle got the job. She called you and said, listen, you need to work in the schools, so I need to blame Michelle. We're glad to have you, and I am happy for your retirement. Resolution of appreciation, whereas Susie Powell has rendered 24 years of service to the Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Susie Powell's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Susie Powell has distinguished herself as a substitute, a monitor, and a paraprofessional in the Miamisburg City Schools, now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City School Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education dated May 21st, 2026. Next is Miss Diane Presser, 35 years.
Resolution of appreciation. Whereas Diane Brussel has rendered 35 years of service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Diane Brussel's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Diane Brussel has distinguished herself as a classroom teacher and teacher of science and Title I reading and math in the Miamisburg City School District, now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education, May 21st, 2026.
Next, we have Miss Donna Russell, 13 years.
Donna Russell has rendered 13 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Donna Russell's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Donna Russell has distinguished herself as a substitute and paraprofessional in the Miamisburg City School District. Now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent meeting minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Mr. Ron Russo, 30 years. Resolution of appreciation, whereas Ron Russo has rendered 30 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Ron Russo's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out his duty has exemplified himself as the highest level of achievement, and whereas Ron Russo has distinguished himself as a tech prep health teacher and basketball coach in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City School Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for his outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education dated May 21st, 2026. Next, we have Tracy Spiegel, 29 and a half years.
Tracy Spiegel has rendered 29 and a half years service to Miamisburg City Schools. And whereas Tracy Spiegel's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Tracy Spiegel has distinguished herself as a driver, bus assistant, and paraprofessional in the Miamisburg School District. Now therefore be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Next, we have Anissa Walters, 32 years.
Resolution of appreciation. Whereas Anissa Walters has rendered 32 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Anissa Walters' performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Anissa Walters has distinguished herself as an intervention specialist in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
And now we are down to Miss Tammy Weber, 30 years.
appreciation. Whereas Tammy Weber has rendered 30 years service to Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Tammy Weber's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duty has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Tammy Weber has distinguished herself as an interpreter, bus assistant, monitor, and paraprofessional in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City Schools Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said Board of Education.
Okay, next on tonight's agenda, as the retirees are leaving, is I's approval of opening meeting items C, Charlie, through H, Hotel. May I have a motion for those items, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Mallory, and seconded, I think, by Ms. Cummings. May I have a roll call?
Mr. Ansler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Mallory,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunnery.
Yes.
Okay, because of the length of the meeting this evening, we don't normally do this, but we have 28 retirees. We are going to take a 10-minute intermission. Then we will come back and start on our consent agenda, just like we would normally do on our regular board meetings. So we will, at this time, go into a 10-minute intermission. Back. Next is number 5, which is consent agenda. A is the approval of overnight out-of-state extended student trips. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the overnight out-of-state extended student trips. B is the approval of the class of 2026 early graduates, Miamisburg High School. Michael Black, principal of Miamisburg High School, has recommended Trenton Coburn, Madison Jurgens, Audrey Leonard, and Nathan Wobbles for early graduation pending satisfactory completion of all state and local requirements. C is the approval of the elementary and middle school fees. It is recommended that the Board of Education establish elementary and middle school fees for the 2026-2027 school year as presented. Kindergarten through grade 5, $50. 6 through 8, $75. D is the approval of members to serve on the Miamisburg Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. The Board of Education recommends that Sarah Busick serve on the Miamisburg Parks and Recreation Advisory Board for the remainder of Kelly Lee Marker's 2-year term that just that just retired from after her retirement, yes. E is the approval of consent items A through D. May I have a motion for those items, please?
I move to approve consent items A through D.
Motion by Ms. Neese,
I'll second it.
seconded by Mrs. Getter. Do we have any questions in regards to A on the overnight out-of-state extended student trip? Hearing none. B, the early graduates. Nothing. C, elementary and middle school fees.
Is that the same as it was before?
There is an increase. It is a $10 increase for the elementary and a $15 for middle. High school fees are always based on the class. Those increases are directly correlated with the cost increase of what's needed for us to provide the same items or services, tied some to technology increase, et cetera, and some of that. But there's just only an increase based on need, direct to the student.
And then D is just replacement. Sarah is going to take over Kelly's placement on the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. So, no other questions? May I have a roll call?
Mr. Ansel,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Malley,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
Number 6, human resource items. A is the approval of personnel report certificated, Part 1. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the following personnel report. May I have a motion for Part 1, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Mallory
I second it.
and seconded by Ann Dees. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, may I have a roll call?
Mr. Ansel,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Malley,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
B is the approval of personnel report certificated Part 2. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the following personnel report. In all of these cases, which I failed to mention in the last section, employment in Miamisburg City Schools District is contingent on the candidate submitting to and passing a BCII and FBI criminal record check in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code and pre-employment drug screening in accordance with the adopted board policies. May I have a motion for certificated Part 2?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Getter
Second.
and seconded by Ms. Nunnery, I believe. Any questions or comments in regards to that? Hearing none, may I have a roll call?
Mr. Ansel,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Malley,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Abstain due to family member.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
C is the approval of personnel report certificated Part 3. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the following personnel reports. May I have a motion for that item, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Mallory,
I second it.
seconded by Mrs. Neese. Mr. Wells.
Mr. Ansel,
I will abstain, that's my wife.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Malley,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
D is the approval of personnel report certificated Part 4. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the following personnel report. May I have a motion for that?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Mallory,
I second it.
Seconded by Mrs. Neese. Roll call.
Mr. Ambler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Abstains, my daughter.
Mr. Maury,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunnery.
Yes.
Now we go to the approval of personnel reports classified, part 1. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the following personnel report. May I have a motion for that item, please?
I move to approve the following personnel report classified.
Motion by Ms. Neese,
Second.
seconded by Mrs. Getter. And may I have a roll call?
Mr. Ambler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Maury,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunnery.
Yes.
F is the approval of personnel reports classified, part 2. May I have a motion for that item, please?
I move to approve the personnel report classified part 2.
Motion by Ms. Neese and seconded, I will second. Mr. Wells?
Mr. Ambler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Maury,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunnery.
Abstains, my mom.
G is the approval of personnel reports supplemental stipend certificated and classified. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the following personnel report supplemental stipend certificated and classified. May I have a motion for those items, please?
I'll move to approve the supplemental stipend certificated classified.
And these, seconded by
I'll second.
Ms. Nunnery. May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Ambler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Maury,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunnery.
Yes.
Next is H, is approval of administrative contract renewals. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the following administrative contract renewals. These are contract renewals that come up that we do for various individuals. And they're on our list for certificated and classified. May I have a roll, or may I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Jason Mallory is the motion,
I second it.
seconded by Ms. Neese. And we have a roll call.
Mr. Ambler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Maury,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunnery.
Yes.
Now we get into number 7, which is agreements and contracts. A is the approval agreement with Premier Occupational Health. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the agreement with Premier Occupational Health for the 26-27 school year. May I have a motion for that item, please?
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Ms. Getter and seconded by Mr. Mallory. And I believe this went to,
It's fine. So this is, we always have a backup for our physicals for van drivers and bus drivers. And then also this is the agency that we use for shots, fitness of duties, workers' comp claims, etc. for that.
any questions, comments in regards to that item? Hearing none, may I have a roll call?
Mr. Ambler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Maury,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunnery.
Yes.
B is an approval agreement with the City of Miamisburg Parks and Recreation. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the agreement as presented. This is summer rec transportation agreement. So may I have a motion for that item?
So moved.
Motion by Mrs. Getter,
I second it.
seconded by Mrs. Neese. And Mr. Holman?
We provide transportation for the summer camps through the Parks and Rec, and then the city reimburses us for the full amount of whichever driver drove, and then we have a calculation that we do for fuel, mileage, all that on there. So we do get reimbursed for the full cost.
Any other questions or comments in regards to that item? Hearing none, may I have a roll call?
Mr. Ambler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Malley,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
C is the approval of agreement with Assist Services LLC, Buckle Inn. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the 2-year agreement with Assist Services LLC for student transportation services as presented. May I have a motion for that item?
So moved.
I second it.
Motion by Mr. Mallory, and we have a second by Mrs. Neese.
This is mine. It's a master service agreement for a private transportation company with some of our routes that take us out of district. Hamilton's been covered by drivers, so they use private companies to do that. This is just a master service agreement because we can use them next year.
Kind of like a supplemental.
Any other comments or concerns? Hearing none, may I have a roll call?
Mr. Ambler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Malley,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
D, the approval of agreement with Frontline Education. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the agreement with Frontline Education for the 26-27 school year. May I have a motion for that item?
I move to approve the agreement with Frontline Education for the 26-27 school year.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Neese and seconded by Ms. Nunn.
This is our yearly agreement that we use in which we get substitutes for our teachers and for our classified assistants.
I have a question about Frontline. Is this what you use to input sick days and things like that for your staff as well?
Not currently, but that is the rule that we are working on. So currently they use an ESS system that's free of charge for the county, but then they also have to enter in their absence to get the sub through ASAP. So, but that is one of our goals actually in this coming years. We start to streamline services and
So right now teachers have to input 2 times?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, trying to streamline it. That is the goal this year.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Wells, may I have a roll call?
Mr. Ambler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Malley,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
E is the approval of master service agreement with Warren County Educational Service Center. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the agreement with Warren County Educational Service Center for services to be provided during the 26-27 school year. May I have a motion for that item, please?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Getter and seconded by Mr. Mallory, and that will go to Katie Lucas.
So this is a quote for services that we utilize for the Educational Service Center. We use that for physical therapists, and we also have some specialized places on here for next year as well.
Any questions or comments in regards to that item? Hearing none, Mr. Wells?
Mr. Ambler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Malley,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
F is the approval of agreement with Brain Pop. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve a 3-year agreement with Brain Pop. May I have a motion for that item, please?
So moved, and I like how you say it. Can you say it again? Say it again. Say bring it home.
Brain Pop.
I moved it.
Second.
Okay. We have Ms. Nunnery and Now we go. That would go to,
Sure. Laura's not here, so I'll answer it. Brain Pop is part of the curriculum that we use for our primary science. We ended our 3-year contract with them, so it's renewing the 3-year contract.
I have a question. Do you guys have data on how that has improved students or how they like it or anything that you?
I do not. I can ask Laura.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great. I'm just curious to see.
Brain Pop is awesome.
Yeah, my kids like it, so.
any other questions or comments? Hearing none, may I have a roll call?
Mr. Amsler Pop.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Getty.
Yes.
Mr. Mauer.
Yes.
Mrs. Neese.
Yes.
And Mrs. Leonard.
Yes.
Next is G, is the approval of IMSEOG plus training for primary teachers. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the training and quote as presented. May I have a motion for that?
So moved.
I second it.
Mr. Mallory, and seconded by Ann Dees. Would that go to Ms. Stacy?
Sure. Again, this is more primary, elementary, sorry.
Super safe.
We're broke up. Moving towards the adoption of Word and Dillingham as our foundation for early literacy. We had teachers, intermediate teachers trained a little bit earlier this year and some primary teachers. So moving this summer to get more of the primary teachers trained.
Is that what one of the grants was downstairs?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they use the sight word
Yeah.
words. Yes,
That was great.
that was to support that. So now we're moving that beyond just intervention and into work. And that training, a lot of that training cost is going to be supported by Title I and Title II in the materials. So then we will supplement those, but some of that.
Yeah, it used to be the only place you could get that training was at the Masonic Center. So, it's nice.
Any questions or comments besides what was already given? Hearing none, may I have a roll call?
Mr. Amsler.
Yes.
Mrs. Getty.
Yes.
Mr. Mallory.
Yes.
Mrs. Neese.
Yes.
Mrs. Leonard.
Yes.
H is the approval agreement with St. Rita School for the Deaf. It is recommended that the Board of Education enter into an agreement with St. Rita for the Deaf. May I have a motion for that item, please?
So moved.
Second.
That would be Ms. Murray and Ms. Getter and Ms. Lucas.
Yeah, this is a yearly agreement. The student's been at St. Rita for the last several years, and this is just continuing on for next year.
How many students do we have? One?
Currently, just the one.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Wells?
Mr. Amsler.
Yes.
Mrs. Getty.
Yes.
Mr. Mallory.
Yes.
Mrs. Neese.
Yes.
Mrs. Leonard.
Yes.
I is the approval agreement with Agile Sports Technology, INC. This is our huddle agreement. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the agreement with Agile Sports Technology Incorporated huddle as presented. May I have the motion for that item, please?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Mallory and seconded by Mrs. Getty. Everybody's familiar with our huddle account?
This is the core that all of our coaches use for reviewing tapes for sports, making clips, colleges, things like that. So it is a well worthwhile program, and the coaches support greatly.
It's also great for people in the community to be able to watch sports who couldn't otherwise attend. Like I watched several baseball games and softball games as a career.
Oh yeah, streaming as well. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Mr. Wells.
Mr. Ansler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Mallory,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
J is the approval agreement with Branching Minds. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve an agreement with Branching Minds as presented. May I have a motion for that item, please?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Getter,
Second.
seconded by Ann Neese.
So Branch Minds is our data hub for all things intervention, multi-tier system of support, specialized plans. It's data central where teachers go to find student scores and keep track of interventions and such.
Is there a parent portion of that?
No, it's all just student data. That's for the teachers.
Mr. Wells.
Mr. Ansler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Mallory,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
Next, we have K, which is approval agreement with Kettering Sports Health Medicine and Athletic Training base package. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the agreement as presented. May I have a motion for this item, please? Motion by Mr. Mallory, and I will do the second. Steve or Stacy?
Yeah, this is just, we need to continue our athletic trainer services to support our student athletes and making sure they're well and healthy, and so we're going to continue that contract.
Mr. Wells?
Mr. Ansler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Mallory,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
L is the approval agreement with Julian and Grubb. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve a 2-year agreement as presented from Julian and Grubb to perform the district's annual Medicaid school program audit for fiscal years ending June 30th, 2026 through June 30th, 2027. Not through, and June 30th, 2027. May I have a motion for that item, please?
So moved.
I second it.
Motion by Mr. Mallory and seconded by Ann Neese.
Our Medicaid schools program are required to have an independent auditor that collects records from Mr. Wells and I each year, and he goes over those to make sure of accuracy. And gives us an audit report, so we can-
Can I ask a question about that? With the cuts in Medicaid, is that going to affect our district at all? The cuts in Medicaid, will that affect our district?
I've not heard that that's.
Actually, most recently, they expanded Medicaid services to the MSP, the Medicaid school program. So we actually can bill, again, as we talked about a couple of months ago, we're actually due to collect more this year than we ever have because we're able to bill more, and Katie and her team are doing a great job of documenting everything, so we're in compliance. Julian and Grubb group, they work with all of our records and pull sampling to make sure that we are in compliance.
Good, okay. Thank you.
Mr. Wells?
Mr. Ansler,
Yes?
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Mallory,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner.
Yes.
M is the approval agreement with Red Key Transport. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the attached agreement as presented. May I have a motion for this item, please?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Getter and seconded by Mr. Mallory. Who wants to tackle this agreement?
That's me again. Just another master service agreement gives us another option for specialized transportation up to time to the request. One company doesn't necessarily have a route available, but the other one will. So we just try to have a variety of contracts.
Any comments or concerns?
Chris, I was just going to say, when we added van drivers to our Teamsters agreement a couple years ago, that has really dropped drastically. And we only use these master agreements if we don't have enough van drivers or we can't route them onto a van. So each year we had a couple more van routes, which is really a big cost savings for us. So just so you're aware, just because it's just if we need them, that we have them.
I appreciate the clarification. Mr. Wells?
Mr. Ansler?
Yes.
Mrs. Gevitt?
Yes.
Mr. Mallon?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner?
Yes.
Number 8 is the financial agenda items, but before I go on to that, those in the back, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, the 3 in the middle. Are you hearing us okay? We have new mics. Are you hearing us okay? I just want to make sure because we are televised, and I just want to make sure that we're coming. We have new mics. I know I have a coach's outside voice, so I think I'm coming through loud and clear. But sometimes way down to the left, I'm having a hard time hearing a little bit. So I just want to make sure it was coming through okay out there. So. Number 8 is the financial agenda items. A is the approval of distribution of unused funds for class of 2026. No, Andrew, no, Sophia, you can't have these funds. We go to college.
Frankly, there's not much there, so you wouldn't get them.
It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the transfer of unused funds for the class of 2026 to the class of 2027 fund after all expenses are paid. B is the authorization for amendment to the appropriate and certificate of estimated resources. It is recommended that the appropriations and certificate of estimated resources be amended as listed in the attached reports. And C is the approval of financial items A alpha and B bravo. May I have a motion for those items, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Mallory
Second.
and seconded by Ms. Nunnery. All right. Mr. Wells?
The transfer of the funds, again, just to keep our accounts clean, each year when one class bids adieu to Miamisburg High School, they bequeath their leftover funds to the class that's coming up, and so they will send those to the junior class. Again, there's like $100 and some odd, I think, that's unencumbered right now, so there isn't hardly any at all. The amendments to the appropriations and certificates of estimated resources, that's just a standard fare. Each month there's puts and takes, and as we do those, we always keep them updated with the county budget.
Okay. Any questions or comments in regards to those items? Hearing none, may I have a roll call?
Mr. Amsley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gevitt?
Yes.
Mr. Mallory?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Mrs. Nunner?
Yes.
9 is the acceptance of donations. It is recommended that the Board of Education accept the following donations. All monies will be used through the each school's 018 account unless indicated otherwise. $400 from the Miamisburg Schools Education Foundation to Miamisburg City Schools America 250 contest. $500 from Miamisburg Rotary to Destination Imagination. gate trainer valued at $5,000 from an anonymous donor to the Miamisburg Special Education Department. $100 from Sunrise Cooperative to Miamisburg High School FFA Club. $150 from Miamisburg Historical Society to the Miamisburg City Schools America 250 contest. $250 from Miami Township Community Foundation to the Miamisburg City Schools America 250 contest. May I have a motion for these donations, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Mallory,
I second it.
seconded by Ms. Neese, and thank you for those donations as well. Mr. Wells?
Mr. Ansel,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Mallory,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Nunnery.
Yes.
All right, information only is number 10. The next Board of Education regular meeting will be held on Thursday, June 25th, 2026 at 6 p.m. with the Records Commission meeting starting at 5:45 p.m. The Miamisburg Schools Board of Education, 540 Park Avenue, where we're at right now, but it'll be downstairs. The local professional development committee, the Miamisburg City Schools will hold their 26-27 meetings on the following dates. September 16th, 2026, January 20th, 2027, March 17th, 27, May 12th, 27. All meetings for LPDC will be held virtually during the 26-27 school year. That's information only.
So that's just for the committee, it's not the, okay.
And we hold the meeting late in June because gives our financial team and Mr. Wells the ability to get as close as possible to closing our books, because June 30th is our closing date for closing our books for our calendar year. So that's why we push it back as far as we can push it back. Now we're down to 11. We are at the Miami Valley Career Technology Center news and report. And I don't see Miss Molly Williams. So, Regina, I believe we do not have a report for that, right? Hearing none, we shall move on to legislative report, and that would be Miss Shelby Nunnery.
So they are back from their spring break and things are moving through. I will save all of that information for you to look at your leisure. I attached it to the agenda that you can look on at Board Docs.
Okay, next we have C is with the Student Achievement Liaison, and that would be back to Mr. Mallory.
The other April Student of the Month building representatives include Maddox Lane Preschool, Winnie Dyer, Bauer Primary School, Victoria Oliveria, Baird Primary School, Brantley Stover, Jake Chance Intermediate School, Nolan Crum, Kinder Intermediate School, Larissa Mutter, Mark Twain Primary School, Emory Houston, Medlerview Primary School, Ezra Alec Barova, Mount Intermediate School, by law, Sanmigula, I'm sorry, I didn't just pronounce that name, but B-Law, congratulations. Miamisburg Middle School, Delaney Vlaskovich.
Congratulations to the other students of the month for April. Next we have Hope for Miamisburg, and that is Miss Neese.
Yeah, I missed that meeting because we were interviewing student board reps. I did receive the notes, not a whole lot of different things going on. We're just looking forward to that back to school bash and I'll talk a little bit more about that at the next meeting.
Now we are down to Board of Education student representatives and staff comments, and I will start all the way down to my left, which I believe at the end is Stacy Moore.
Have a good summer.
Katie?
Ditto.
I'll pass.
Mr. Homan passes. We go to Mr. Wells.
Okay, I'll make it quick, I promise. I know that today was the last day of school for everybody, and I got to go to Maddox Lane's preschool farewell, and that is my son's preschool class, and I know that all the classes in there did a great job, which is really excited. And I want to say good luck to all of you entering kindergartners, and good luck to all the ones graduating, from our littlest Vikings to our oldest Vikings. So congratulations and have a great summer.
Just wanted to say congratulations to the retirees, and just wanted to say that Andrew and Sophia are great examples of what are coming out of our public school district. I know their family contributes a lot to how wonderful they are, but I can't say enough about our staff and our district helping grow these two young adults.
Niall.
Congratulations to the retirees and the graduates. It's always a joy for me to participate in graduation. And then tonight, it's kind of like another graduation because people are graduating to retirement. And of course, I'm going to miss Andrew and Sophia tremendously. And I look forward to the new student board reps coming on.
Mr. Mallory.
So I wish our students and staff and all our district employees have a great summer. I know I've told you this, but publicly our central office staff has been much over the last 4 to 6 weeks and responsive to the information needs of the board. And they're very much appreciated. Hopefully they can take some time to start themselves as well. That's all I have.
We'll go, we'll pass you to, go ahead first, and then we'll let you two have a word.
Okay, well, I want to start off by saying I know I have some big shoes to fill as the year comes to an end. And I know these two from some classes that I did, like research and stuff like that. And I know that they're so incredible, and I know they've done incredible work here as well. And so I'm hoping I can take them a little bit next year and try to leave a little bit of a sliver of a mark is what they have left. Because I know they're amazing people, amazing students, and just amazing people to know in general. So yeah, I'm really miss you guys. Hopefully no water will start. I get emotional. But yeah, as the year comes to an end, I'm still looking forward to next year. You guys are stuck with me, so I'll see you guys next year. Have a great summer.
So Sophie and I joined the board in the middle of our sophomore year, the second semester. And I don't think either one of us would have predicted the connections and activities and just different recognition that we've been able to gather throughout our 2.5 years here. I'd always had the idea that I wanted to expand student voice, and when I saw that, I was driving with my mom actually from the grocery store when I received the email from Mr. Blessing, not Mr. Blessing, Dr. Blessing, that they were looking for people. So I immediately filled out the application, and then I went to the interview, and I ended up getting it, which was a really awesome experience. Being with my family when I received that email from her, and then. I don't know, the last 2.5 years have been absolutely wonderful. The board has kind of opened their arms to us, and they've been so understanding and so helpful and so supportive. sitting up here has been fun. We moved a few rooms. So it's been cool to watch as the new boardroom came to life. Like I said, we got to speak at the OSBA conference. That was one of the highlights of my year. I said at the last few meetings, and I've been saying it the last few meetings as a kind of a reiteration of how important it is, but student advocacy has never been so strong as it is right now. And it feels really good. You can go home and you get an email saying that there's a bill in legislation that's going to tackle something that we work to push to state legislation. And that there's another bill that's going to allow students to guide the governor of Ohio. So just like knowing that we've kind of made our own little impact here in the district, and as well as other districts through the roundtable. It's been amazing. It's been a great ride. I'm very excited for the new student board reps and what they're going to accomplish.
One thing I want to add, your speech with Mike Black on graduation was excellent. It was very good. How did he talk you into singing?
So, funny story. I actually told him I would sing. And I'm sitting in his office and I'm trying to figure out, graduation is long, so I understand it's kind of hard to pay attention sometimes. So I said, Mr. Black, let me sing the first line of this as a way of like, okay, get their attention so that you can deliver the strong message of how the song correlates well with the class. And he was all for it and laughed the entire time as he was writing in his little notes that I just singing it. So that was really fun. Thank you. Yeah, that speech was the most nerve-wracking thing I've done besides that presentation at the conference in Columbus. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that was a really fun talk. Graduation was awesome.
Okay, well, Andrew kind of stole everything I was going to say. I think, we joined January of 2024, which, it feels like it's flown by. That was 2.5 years ago, and I was a little baby sophomore, and now I'm graduated. Like, it's crazy. I feel like I've learned so much from this, and I think Andrew and I were talking before about, what we were going to say, and we were truly just speechless. We didn't know how to put this experience into words and everything it's taught us, and at the same time, it's taught me so much. It's taught me how to be better at public speaking, taught me what goes on behind a school district, all the blood, sweat, and tears that go into making sure that students have things daily. And, we've learned so much, but I think I've also given back to the community through the school district. If I'm going to toot my own horn here, I think we've worked on so many projects that have been beneficial. Like, one of my favorites was when we went to the elementary schools and we did surveys with them last year. I just loved hanging out with them and hearing what they wanted to say and their opinions, because elementary schoolers are very honest. Young kids are pretty honest, so I think that was really fun to go and talk to them. And like Andrew said, the OSBA conference, that was just amazing. So fun to present and gain those connections. So I think, I will truly miss being here and being able to talk to everyone and give an impact on the community. So I thank you for allowing me to join this and for being so supportive over the years. And I've never felt like I haven't been able to voice my opinion. And I think that's so honorable of the school district. So I thank you, and I will miss you so much, but we will definitely try to keep in touch, come back and visit.
Well, thank you, Andrew and Sophia. You guys have been remarkable. To see your growth over the last 2.5 years has been outstanding. The school district, cabinet, school board, we all wish you both the best at Wake Forest and Ohio, and we're proud of you, and don't be ashamed. So, with that being said, the last word is always with the superintendent. Last word's always with the superintendent, and we'll close it out.
All right, I will try to keep this brief. I did have a couple of things, though. I wanted to mention the American 250 contest that we celebrated the winners of earlier. and what a great collaboration with the school district and the Miami Township and the Miamisburg Historical Society. That was really, we all came together and they came to us and we wanted to be a part of it as well, and it just was really lovely to see the support of those student artists and literary, students and their work. And so I just wanted to shout that out as a thank you for that collaboration, and it was really nice to celebrate also, America and this 250-year celebration. Our retirees, congratulations to all of them. That is quite a hard-earned honor, and so I thank everyone for their service to Miamisburg schools. Graduation came, and graduation is a milestone. Congratulations to all of our graduates, but I just wanted to say it's not just a milestone for students, it's a milestone for families, teachers, support staff, mentors, everyone that played a role. I know a lot of us up here played roles and in our community to get those students across getting those graduation requirements completed. So thank you to everyone. That's just a wonderful thing to celebrate. Our end of year, we have closed out the student school year as of today, which we are all very excited about, and I wanted to thank everyone for this school year. For my first year as superintendent, I want to thank teachers, support staff, administration, families, our community partners, the Board of Education members up here sitting with me, the cabinet, for your continued support throughout this year. And success of every school year in every district is a shared effort. It can't be done with a small group of people. It takes everyone from all angles to support everyone moving through. So thank you for another successful year here in Miamisburg. And finally, to our student board reps, I'd like to thank you for your leadership, your insight, your dedication, because it's not always easy to be here when you're students that are involved in many things in our district. And your voice and your perspective has helped make Miamisburg a better place. And so thank you for that. We're grateful for your time, your energy, and we know that you will go on to be leaders in whatever community you join from here forward, but you're always a part of this community. So thank you for that. And before our next board meeting, we will have Memorial Day. And I just wanted to say thank you to the men and women who make the ultimate sacrifice and have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country in celebration of Memorial Day.
Thank you very much. May I have a motion to adjourn?
I moved.
Motion by Mr. Mallory at 8:02, and seconded by
I seconded.
Ms. Neese. May I have a roll call?
Mr. Ansler,
Yes.
Mrs. Getter,
Yes.
Mr. Mauer,
Yes.
Mrs. Neese,
Yes.
Mrs. Leonard.
Is that approved?